very funny when Janki told me, you know, you had those acne. I said, when did I ever have acne? She, the first time you walked into my office, you had such massive boils. So sometimes I think we just get used to stuff and we don't realize that it's there.
Mm.
And it's just the other person who will point it out to us. We're saying, this is weird. And so that was pretty much my first visit with Janki. And she didn't tell me. Okay, so I didn't know. And then at the end of the session, and I think that my first session with Janki was maybe 5, 6 years ago or even more. And from that day on till date, I've never had acne. I've never had acne. And it's, you know, it's just that I've had so many sessions of letting out with her and learning to process, like learning to process what's going on with me. And that way, even without realizing subconsciously, it's never been there. I'm in the last few years, more than few years, I've never seen my face with acne.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you, Janti.
And
Added to my beauty
also, if you
quotient.
don't mind, you can share about the other big thing that you went through,
Yes,
which
right.
is forgotten also
No,
nicely.
no, no. Well, I don't think of it on a daily basis. Thanks to you,
Yeah.
because you somewhere made help
But
me with the
can you
journey.
tell the
Yes,
audience what it was?
absolutely. So it is related to the question just put to Janki about the right side breast cancer. So I'm a cancer survivor, right side breast. And yes, I do have a massive history with my mother and my mother and father. And that sort of, and that's when I think in 2018, 19, I was diagnosed with cancer. And it was such a shocker because I lived a very, very healthy life. Marathon running and healthy eating and working out and sleeping right and eating the right kind of food and stuff like that. Good job. I was happy, etc. But yes, I had this. So the moment I came to know, of course, I went and visited the oncologist and we started doing our due diligence and the processes with the medical world, the mainstream medicines. But I had always known that this is something to do with the anger and the regret and the resentment that I had with my parents, which for the longest time I was said, oh, there's nothing like that.
Mm.
You can't talk about this. There's no such thing as depression. There's no such thing as bad parents. There's no such thing as bad relationships. There's no such thing. These things are a no no. It
We don't
cannot
talk
happen.
about it.
It's not possible that it exists. So, well, when your parents are saying stuff like that and everybody else is saying stuff, you just tend to believe and you say, okay, there's no need for me to say this or
Yeah.
take this into account or think about it or acknowledge it because that's how everyone lives. So that's how I live.
Yeah.
But I'm a different human being. I didn't realize I wasn't given a chance. And
Yeah. I think, sorry. Yeah. I think she's gone on mute.
all, I cut it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if, yeah, we just lost you for a bit there.
Yes.
You can share how the therapy helped you through the, recovery towards from the cancer.
Well, so with each session, we would take up something that had been bothering me, that had been a part of my life for the longest time, subconsciously or consciously, for which I didn't know what to do. And you keep taking one part of it, which was most bothersome to me, or yeah, and we would work on it
Yeah.
through all the modalities that Janki knows. And when Janki is sitting with you for a session, she knows which modality to use. She just knows it. I think that's how she understands her client's body or the energy that the client is giving out, so she can pick and say, hey, you need this style.
Yeah.
And it's always she's right. She hits the the bull in
Right,
the
the
target.
nail on the
She,
head. Yeah.
she nails it
Actually,
on.
so I would, and thank you so much for sharing that. What I want to bring out is that she went through all her chemo and surgery, but because she was also doing sessions along with, all of that, there were lesser side effects. Her recovery was faster. There has
Oh, I
been,
had no side effects.
yeah, she had no side
I
effects
had no
anymore,
side effects
which
other than my
otherwise,
hair,
yeah,
which I shaved off and it looked really classy. I had no side effects. None of my chemos were delayed because of fever or diarrhea or illness or anything.
yeah,
It started on dot. It ended on dot. So uh, I have
yeah.
Janki to thank for that with all other things.
Yes. No, thank you so much for sharing.
Yes, it's a
Good luck.
pleasure always.
Uh,
Yes.
and this is what I want to share with more people, that it doesn't matter what illness has come up, okay? And I also want to share that don't get stuck to the labels that the medical world gives. Go back to your common sense, go back to your body, connect with it, ask questions. What is this not letting me do? How is it making me feel? What's going on here? And the more you just connect and learn to sit with your body, I think the key is to learn to sit with it, because when we get uncomfortable, the first thing we want to do is make the discomfort go away. But when you make the discomfort go away, you're shooting the messenger. Then you're not taking the message. So even if you do want to take away the discomfort and you want to take a painkiller, still go back and sit with it, even if you have no reason to, and say, okay, I'm having a stomach ache. What is this about? Right. And the more you learn to sit with it over a period of time, your body will actually start talking to you. I want to